There we are. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everybody doing? So, yes, I'm back in New York. I hope everybody is doing well. Much darker in this stream than down in West Virginia. So weird. Because I'm like seeing myself on here and it's like there's like all kinds of shadows. Where like down in West Virginia when I'm in the camper, everything's lit up and it's bright. Oh well. That happens, I guess. So I hope everybody is doing well. I got in to New York about 2 this morning and ended up sleeping for about looking very tan and buff. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I've been was outside again today. I was working on cutting the grass here. That was like ridiculously high. I kept having to go back and forth on it. We ended up going and getting plants today, and Becky was planting the uh, the garden, starting getting that going today. While while I was cutting grass, yeah, it was just I did part of it today, but yeah, good times. So, but just things had to get done, so we were out and about getting some things done today, and that's what we were up to. So anyway, all right. So before we get started in this video, guys, I want to remind everybody that this is a very family friendly oriented channel. I would ask everybody to please be decent in the chat. No, I don't use sunscreen, Billy the Kid. I've never used sunscreen my whole life. I'll tell you something funny. You'll get a kick out of this one. So when I was younger, what I used to do, um, I would take baby oil and betadine and mix them together, lather up in that, and lay in the sun. I did that one year. I got so dark that my friends were busting my chops and kept asking to see my green card. And that was like when I was like in my 20s. I had like a 2 year period where I was like big into tanning. So like if it was nice outside, I would be laying outside. And yeah, that's now if I'm outside a lot more now. And if it's hot out, I have no shirt on. I'm going to show you guys a good comparison. Hopefully, you guys will be able to see this on video. So here's my leg, and here's you probably okay. So there's my leg. You see how white my leg is? All right, and then there's my super brown arm. So from the waist up, I look Puerto Rican. From the waist down, I am definitely all white. So it's pretty fun because I don't generally wear shorts because if I'm outside and I'm working, you know, my eyes, I'm blinded. Hey, now, come on. But yeah, I just, I'm always working outside. I don't wear shorts because it's trying to protect my legs. So I don't generally get a lot of sun on my legs. But yep, I am back in New York. Like I said, I just got in last night. But so again, really quickly, family friendly oriented channel. Please be decent in the chat. Please be decent with each other. If you cannot abide by those very easy, simple rules, those awesome moderators that you see will boot you out of here because we're not going to have that. We already got 441 in the chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask because it's only 144 thumbs up so far. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel, and I do appreciate that. And I, thank you ahead of time for doing so. It really does make a difference with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel. So I appreciate it for that reason as well. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit all the bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right. But um, anyhow, yeah, I don't, like I said, as far as sunscreen, I have dark skin, so I really don't burn. I might get like a little burn early in the season, and then that's generally it. And then it just get darker and darker and darker as the year goes on. But like I said, I like to spend. How did Caesar and Pandora do when you and Hella came home? They were real happy. They were real happy. You know, Hella did real well on the trip. I mean, she's adjusted. I mean, like in West Virginia, wherever I went, she went with me. So, I mean, it's just, yeah, she's doing really good. I needed sunglasses to look at you like, yeah, they're very white. I have a picture that actually it was this was several years ago. And we had gone to Letchworth State Park and we were at the pool. And so we had I had a pair of, swim trunks on. And Heather had taken a picture of me and she goes, "Oh my God, Dad. If you didn't know, you would think that this photo was photoshopped." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Again, waist up, absolutely just dark as can be, and my legs were just completely white. So, but like I said, that's just that's how it is. But all right, so things are going down the toilet in a hurry. It's accelerating as we speak. Yeah, two toned, exactly, exactly. So, but guys paying attention today. I don't know if you are or not, and some of you say, "I don't care, it doesn't affect me," but it actually does affect everything. Um, Stock market was down 1,100 and I think 66 points today, so dropped almost 1,200 points. Um, just not good. Now opinion, right? The stock market has been overinflated for a very, very long time. For a very long time. And so it was, to me, it was a matter of time uh, before you had a correction. But I'd buy some shorts. I don't know how you work outside in jeans. It's too hot. I've always done it. Like I said, I'm always trying to protect my legs when I'm, doing anything. That's why. Do you have someone trustworthy keeping an eye on the property? Yes, Tony. I got security cams up where nobody's going to see them. And also I have people watching out for stuff down there. So yeah, that is been taken care of. So anybody decided they wanted to sneak in, they're going to get popped, and then that'll be that. So I'll be back here. Excuse me, by the way. I'll be back here in New York for maybe a week. And then I will be back heading back down. I'm going to be taking the four-wheeler with me on this trip. I really need the four-wheeler. Really need the four-wheeler. So, there's a lot of crap going on, obviously, as we all know. There's a lot of issues happening. And so, it's everything. Like I said, you look at everything overall, and and I laugh. So I do a lot of research. Obviously, I pay attention to a lot of stuff, and I look at the different things, and they're talking about all these things Biden is doing to help with gas prices. I mean, that's like the biggest joke in the world. So he released some of the the reserve. They're talking now. So you got to love this. So in New York, they're talking about they're gonna get rid of a 16% tax thing for 1 month. Well, when you have gas under Trump was when he was in office, it was 220 a gallon, I think, or 222 a gallon here in New York. And now in New York, I went today and I got gas today. Hey, mountain kayaker, the crazy Ministry of Truth clown resigned. Oh, we're going to talk about that too. We're going to talk about that. Thank you very much. I did not know they resigned, but I will tell you more about that too in a second. But I appreciate the donation as well, and thank you for that information. So here's the thing though too. So I went to get gas today. It was 469 here, 469. So obviously gas has more than doubled in less than a year and a half. And again, I truly believe that's all by design. It's all been done on purpose to make it so difficult to drive cars. There's plenty of gas out there, folks. If you don't think that the gas is there, the gas is there. It's being held back on purpose. Again, strictly my opinion. I believe that this has all been done by design because they want to usher in. They were saying that by 2030, they want half the cars in the country to be electric cars. Okay. Now let's talk about that part of it as well. So let's talk about electric for a second. They are talking by midsummer of grid down situations across the country. Why? Because the electrical grid cannot handle the demand that we have because we have so many more people in the United States. You know, every month we're having just a ton of people coming across our southern border month after month after month. That adds a lot of people to the population. People keep having children, obviously, uh, and so the it's just there's no way that the antiquated power grid that we have right now can handle that load. So there's absolutely going to be issues when we get into really hot weather and then people are trying to stay cool with air conditioning and stuff like that. You are going to see grid down situations. So if they're telling you, the people that really don't want you to know that, how bad do you think that's going to be? I think it's going to be a lot worse than people think. And I think it's going to be extended periods of time where people are not going to have power available to them. It's just it's a vicious cycle that's not going to get any better anytime soon. And it's just it's insanity. It is absolute insanity. So what else? I'm looking for something here. I don't know if I have that. So anyhow, there's always a possibility of an EMP. I hope that that would not be a situation that would happen. I'm telling you right now, guys, an EMP would destroy this country. Absolutely destroy this country. We are not prepared for an EMP. And when I say, okay, so all of you that have your EMP shields and all that type of thing, and you think, well, I'm good to go because I have this. Well, you're going to find out, and I'm not saying it doesn't work. Don't sit here and think, oh, Prepper Nurse 1 says EMP shields don't work. I'm not saying it don't work, but let's say that that would be a really bad time to find out if they worked or didn't work. And if they didn't work and the grid went down and your EMP shield didn't work, boy, you were counting on putting all your eggs in that one basket, and now you got a major, major problem. I mean, that's the reality of that. So, and an EMP is going to, somebody said it would kill my dad. Absolutely. If you got a pacemaker, or if you have any electronics in you that are helping to keep you alive, yeah, you're done. You would be done. An EMP would destroy all electronics. So, there is, 1 second after said, I don't think they work. I'm in the same camp. I'll be honest with you. That's why I never got behind them. I had an opportunity to get involved with the EMP shield thing, and I never did because I'm not going to back something that I don't believe in. So it's just that's kind of where I stand. It's to each their own. I'm not saying, like I said again, two dairies in New York closed due to bacteria. Well, I know that I hadn't heard that one yet, but like I said, there is okay. So I want to go into this that propaganda nonsense of the uh, hold on a second. I want to go back to what she had said there, and yeah, the Minister of Truth clown. Okay, the Ministry of Truth. They were talking about that. That has now been temporarily put on hold because they're saying there's a lot of misinformation about what it actually is. So let's talk about what it actually was going to be. It was going to be a body that basically politically motivated, again, strictly my opinion. I'm not trying to spread false information in any way, shape, or form. But when you have a body of people that are put in there to determine what is the truth and what is not the truth, and they are politically motivated and they're supported by whatever regime is in power at the moment, obviously they're going to slant all their information a certain way. I mean, they're going to be very biased. Okay. So let's say there was a ministry of misinformation thing that went into place. So Biden gets out, and let's say the Republicans take back over. Now they put their people in charge of that ministry of misinformation, and you would see everything change. So, it is, what are we, Harry Potter? Exactly. The thing is, the truth is what they say the truth is. That's not always the truth, okay? Obviously, we've had many situations where information that has been put out there has been proven down the road to be the truth when they deemed it misinformation. And people were punished for saying these things. And 6 months later, lo and behold, oh my goodness gracious, uh, you know, you know, it is just it is amazing to me. It really, really, truly is. But they're not looking out for your best interest. A lot of those situations would absolutely be politically motivated, and it's just yeah, misinformation. Yeah, such BS. Misinformation is still free speech, right? Exactly, Rapture Ready. Everybody should have the right to say what they want to say, if it's false or if it's not false. The reality is the truth always comes out in the end. No matter how hard you try to hide the truth is always going to come out. So, like, why would, and I'm not saying that this was why they were going to do this, why would a company like J&J want to suppress information related to this, right? For 75 years. Why would you do that? Why would you not be forthcoming and say, "Hey, listen, we've been telling you this is safe and this is effective and this product works, whatever product that may be." I'm not saying any particular product, but if it's safe and it works and it's great, well then why wouldn't you want to publicly share that information and say, "See, look at this is fantastic." So no, but the reason you want to suppress information for 75 years is so all the people that you gave that product to that ended up having adverse reactions and issues and things down the road. Oh, sorry, that information is sealed for now they weren't able to do that. Okay, that's number one. They were not able to do that. So, again, I'm not saying that these things are true or untrue. I'm just sharing information. But that they did want to do. They did want to suppress. That I know is true. So what I'm saying is I don't know if it's true or not true. If there is, the side effects that have been reported, and it's amazing to me just to hear locally certain things that had happened to people here locally after they got this, and they had all kinds of issues. And it's amazing how, oh, no, 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 it has nothing to do with that. It could be something else. Well, guess what? If you never got that, I bet you never had those issues. That's just not saying, that's just my kind of idea. My thing is this: why take the chance? Why take the chance? And again, anybody has the right to do whatever they want to do. I'm not going to judge you for that. um, you know but there's that old saying, buyer beware. Like when you buy a car, you better do your research and find out what the history of that car is. It looks like a great car and I love it, I think it's great. Oh yeah, but you didn't know it was in this flood and it was under 3 foot of water for a while. They got it out of there, retooled it, and then they sold it to you. So I mean, those things happen constantly. So to me, I want to know, if I'm going to ingest something or have something put into me, I want to know all the information about it. I don't want that information in for me and I just have to trust somebody's word that it's okay. Not happening. So, but American Patriot, would you withhold information to your group members? Why would I do that? No, I would not withhold information to my group members. My group members, when with what we're doing down there, they know exactly what we're all about, what we're playing. Oh, I got to tell you, I had I think I might have said this in the last stream. I was compared to David Koresh, which I thought was just wonderful. Thank you for that comparison. They said I'm like some kind of a cult leader now. It has nothing to do with anything like that. Nothing to do with any, So I just have to laugh at those type of comments because I thought that was very funny. But it is. Yeah. So you know, I'm a guy that wants to survive what's coming. I want to surround myself with good people that also want to survive what's coming, that we have agreed to work together for the greater good of our group. So if that's a cult leader, hey, then sign me up. I'm all in. I have to laugh. I really, really do. Oh, I saw that Biden went to Buffalo. Well, you have to fan the flames of hate. I saw today again. And it is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. This whole thing. With this kid identified as a white supremacist, but he was not in any white supremacist group. I think he was actually a socialist, if I'm not mistaken. It's like, no, he probably would not have been ever accepted into any one of those hate groups because he was, you know, too far gone. But again, and here's my question: what medication was this young man on? What medication was he on? So that's my first question. That's my first question. And I will guarantee you that there was some mitigating factor um, about it. And again, as I said the other day, folks, hate is hate. People that hate other people for whatever reason, for political reasons, for religious reasons, for the color of their skin, uh, you know, I've always said hate hurts the person who hates more than anything else. I don't hate anybody. There's people that I don't care for, so I don't. He actually apologized to the White Store manager for shooting him. JJ said, "I that's well, it's people are nuts. I mean, people are nuts." So, like I said again, people who hate and have that hate in their heart, it eats them. It's like a cancer, and it's a waste of time and energy. I have way better things to do. I have more constructive things to do with my time than to worry about what somebody else is doing with their life. And if you have a different mindset than I do, I'm a big believer in we can agree to disagree. If we have a discussion, if we're having a discussion and we're talking about different things and we come to a point where it loggerheads about it, we're just going to have to stop that discussion because it's like, I can guarantee you at almost 57 years old, you are not changing my viewpoint on things. You're not going to. You can spin whatever stuff you want to spin. You're not changing my viewpoint. Most likely, I'm not going to change your viewpoint. So, if you're having those discussions and you get to that point, there's no sense getting upset and getting yourself all worked up. Just agree to disagree and, say, okay, well, that's probably a subject that we should not talk about. Let's find common ground. I know it's scary. What a weird concept that you could actually find common ground with somebody and focus on the things that you can believe in. And I think that is what we should be doing in this country. But social media, the news outlets, all those type of things, there absolutely is an agenda. Who remembers? And I want you to remember this. So I'm gonna throw one more for you to remember. Okay, who remembers the four black teenagers that kidnapped a retarded white boy, tortured him for days, right? And so finally let him go. They were all arrested. They were not arrested for a hate crime, but if there's a definition of a hate crime, that's a hate crime, okay? And you know, whatever happened to that? You ever hear anything else about that? No, you sure did not, because that didn't fit the agenda. Here's the other thing I want you to think about. How many times in the news, think about this, guys, how many times in the news have you heard about the officer related shooting of a black officer killing a white man? Or, how many of those have you heard about? Have you heard a whole bunch of those? They're probably out there all the time, right? Um, they never serve prison time. Wouldn't surprise me, Peter Rouse, if that's the case. Wouldn't surprise me at all. So, how many times you hear in the news this horrible situation? A black police officer has killed an unarmed white man, and the outrage in the white community. How many times you hear about that? You hear about, oh, Wait a minute. No, you don't hear about that because it doesn't fit the agenda. It doesn't fit the agenda. But it happens, you know, it happens like, you know, but heaven forbid a white officer shoots a black person. Oh my God, we're gonna have the NAACP, and he was, you know, he was a racist and every freaking thing else. I mean, it's a game that they are playing constantly. And unfortunately, there are a lot of weak minded people that cannot look beyond that game. And when I say weak minded people, who am I talking about? I'm talking about everybody that feeds into that political agenda nonsense, white, black, red, or yellow. Because I will tell you this, there's plenty of black folks that see right through the BS. There's plenty of white folks that see right through the BS. There's plenty of Asian folks out there that see right through the BS. But there's a whole bunch of them that whatever they hear on the news, that's the truth. They don't investigate on their own. They never look things up. They never check things out. It happens constantly, constantly, you know. But it's crazy. It's crazy to me. So I'll give you an example of something. I'll tell you the level of lunacy. Okay, so the Yankees have a pitcher. Okay, he is Hispanic, and he is, I think he's like 28 years old now. They went out and dug in his past when he was a teenager. Now he's Hispanic, so he's not a white guy, right? He used the N word, right? Used the N word. Oh my God, it's horrible and it's terrible. It's over 10 years ago. Do you think maybe he might have grown up and became an adult and realized that, hey, you know what? Probably not the best use of the things that I do. So again, you know, and he's like, you know, I'm sorry for what I said. You know, I'm going to learn from this and blah, blah, blah. He said all the right things because that's what you have to do in this society, right? You got to get down and proselytize yourself so that, you know, they don't cancel you. It's insanity. So you're going to hold something against somebody that they said 15, 20 years ago. How many times have I said, I'm going to tell you a story, guys, okay? My daughter and I do not always share the same political views. All right. So I love my daughter to death. She thinks differently than I do, which is great. But she started posting things on her Facebook account. And I had said to her at the time, and this is going back, she was probably 13, 14 at the time. And I said to her, don't be posting that stuff on your Facebook account. And she's like, why? And I told her, because 10 years from now, when you're going to trying to get a job, they're going to go look at your social media post and they're going to see where you stood, where you know, your affiliations were and stuff like that. That can affect you down the road. And so she had said to me at the time, she said, Dad, if it was me saying things like that you agree with, would you say the same thing? And I said, absolutely. Absolutely. See, me personally, I don't give a crap. Okay. Because I'm old enough that I don't care what you think. I'm going to post what I want to post. If I find something funny that you find offensive, that's your problem. That's not my problem. What? You want to say hi to everybody? Do you want to say hi? Say hi. We're in New York. Miss Hella, of course. But again, but because her life is just starting, I think it's really important that she be careful what she posts. So she took those down, and so she has been, you know, she doesn't post all the political stuff anymore, and I think that that's a good thing. And it's not because it's against what I believe; it's because I think that, like I said, everything that you do now is put under a microscope. So let's say she went 10 years from now. And I'm just going to make up a scenario. So now she's got this wonderful opportunity to go into Nassau. And let's say it's a really Republican run thing. And they pull up her past post and they go, oh my God, this chick is like way off on the left. We're not hiring her. And that's what'll happen. Everything you do now, it affects you. So, you know, if you are starting out in your life and trying to get things going, you really have to be careful. You have to really pay attention to all those things. Like I said, me at my age, I could care less. So, um, anyway, we got 901 in the chat here, guys. We're at 372 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel. and I do appreciate that ahead of time. Also, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. So I appreciate it for that reason as well. Hey, oh, hold on one second. Hey, Heath, would you go check the eggs one more time for me? I forgot to go and check them again.
Wow, okay.
I'm sorry.
Over to Becky.
Oh, let me have a piece. So we went today and did a little bit of shopping today. We got to do some more yet. And so we got watermelon. No, it's not for you. So, but anyway, that's just that from that point of view. So everything is under a microscope now. So you have to be really, really careful. Okay. So that's something to be concerned about. But what? Oh, I was going to say too, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. My grandparents, when I was younger, they had a golden retriever. His name was Big Red because he had more red in him. Somebody dumped him off. They took him in and they had him for like 12 years. I mean, it was like they had his dog forever. But he loved watermelon, but he would spit out the seeds. I just thought that that was really, really cool. He was a very cool dog. So 56% of Biden's Twitter followers were bots, not even followers. How funny is that? How, isn't that amazing? What I think is again, it's just it is amazing. Elon Musk exposed things again, and they're pissed off about it again. So imagine that. I find that very, very interesting. All of it's interesting, but yeah, and they all voted too. Yeah, probably. Well, I don't know if you guys saw the stream about the mules, 2,000 mules, and they were talking about showing people cheating in the election. Imagine that. So I thought that that was quite interesting. Quite interesting. But amazing. Ed, I have Y2K pup that would really literally shuck corn off the stalk with his paws on either side of his teeth. Okay, baby girl, thank you. So I can't make a statement about that because I actually already had got a strike for discussing the election because I gave my opinion. See, this is what I want you guys to remember. This is the world we live in today. Somebody asked me my opinion of the election. I gave my opinion of the election, and I received a strike, which meant I wasn't able to post or do live streams for 1 week. 1 week, and I disputed it, and I said to because they said I was spreading misinformation. That's what they said. I was spreading misinformation, and I did if you have to write your reply, and I said, when is my opinion spreading misinformation? Somebody asked me my opinion. I gave them my opinion, and so that's spreading misinformation. But I guess you cannot have opinions if it goes against the political agenda. So, um, so you can guess where I stood on that. Now, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just telling you. So I don't want to get hit with anything again. So unbelievable. But craziness, just craziness. Hey, Pam in Wonderland, how do you think we will have to do? How hard do you think they will have to cheat to get this country back from the cheaters? And do you think the Republicans can take the high road and not get their hands dirty? They will not go willingly. I'm going to tell you what, and I'm going to be 100% honest, and you may not like this, okay? Both sides cheat. Both sides. There's not some moral high ground. No politician out there, in my opinion, again, strictly my opinion, no politician takes a moral high ground. They're all underhanded. They're all slimy. They're going to do whatever they can do to stay in power. It happens all the time. But again, they were going to make sure, no matter what, um, that things changed, and they did, and now we got what we got. So there we go. Um, and it is what it is. But yeah, but if you think that one side is squeaky clean and the other side is just pure as the driven snow, or one side is pure as the driven snow and the other side is dirty, uh, you're not looking at the big picture because, like I said, there is, and so let me just say this: do I believe that on both sides of the parties there are good people? I do. I do believe there may be a very few. Do I believe that the majority of them are probably dirty and slimy? Would not shock me. Let me just put it like that. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So yeah, but so real quick, guys, I'm going to do. I want to talk about the Loma Health. That is again, the link is going to be down in the description for that. They are the supplements that help with boost your immune system, and a really good product, good company. They're an American company based out of Texas. All their products are bought here in the United States. Nothing is shipped in from overseas, which I think is important as well. Okay, so it's to me, I want that. That's what I want. I want to have my products here. JJ just threw up the link. If you go to their website, you check it out. There's 60 pills in the bottle, and it really helps with your immune system. And I think it's important to have. Uh, it is You can save 10% by using my link that JJ just put up. You can save another 10% if you get on a monthly thing with them where you have it delivered to you once a month. So you can save actually 20% overall. So it's not a bad thing. So definitely check them out. Let's support that company. Again, I think it's important to be supporting American companies, and they're decent people too on top of it. So just putting that out there. So, oh, I wanted to let you guys know too. Also, now in the link, moving forward as I do these videos here, as I do my regular videos, I have stop. You don't have to be right next to me. Um, I have changed my PO box. My new PO box is in the description below, and see, okay, well, was Caesar in your way and you couldn't get next to me? Um, but so anyhow, that's been changed now. So from now on, the PO box will be the West Virginia. Um, it's Cool Springs, West Virginia. Another cool name. I think that's a cool name. But and it's PO Box 472, I believe. Again, check in the description below and you will see that. And that is Cool Springs, West Virginia, and then the zip code is there. So check that out. If you want to send me a T-shirt, if you want to send me a flag or anything else that you would like to send. Oh, I do want to show you guys. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Watch out, babies. So I did go down today. My PO box in New York will be deactivated as of the end of June. I'm paid through June. Um, on that one. So that one will still be available. But after June, I'm not going to be renewing that one. So I went down to that P.O. box today and I had a book in the mail. Okay. Ron Foster sent me another book. It is called The Work of the Dead. It is an epic and gripping prepper fiction tale of a catastrophe and sometimes humorous survival in a post-apocalyptic deep south. So it's another fiction book about what happens after a post event. But guys, go over support Ron, awesome guy. He's the one that sent me the goji berries, and I appreciate him sending them. I got them planted, and I guess they'll take over pretty good. Oh, see, there he is right there. He's in the chat. You're very welcome, and thank you for sending that. I do appreciate that, Ron. That's awesome. And yes, when you were talking, I kind of saw the email. I didn't really read the whole thing yet, but you said grapes in the fall, And the other thing right now, that's cool. Yes, that would work for that. So I can't remember what exactly it was again, but I remember seeing that. So, but anyway, so I will be using the new PO box moving forward. So in my or down in the description, you'll see that down there now. The new pomegranate, yes. Tell her yes. I would love some of those. That would be awesome. I will plant those as well. That would be great. And tell her thank you very much. And I did write that down. Let's see, where did I write that down? I was talking to him. You know where I wrote that down? Um, Ron, if you could throw her name in the chat here for me, because I wrote that down in West Virginia and it's still sitting on my table in West Virginia. I don't have it up here, so I wanted to give her a shout out um, about that. This woman is on. She has a website, I believe, with eBay, and so she's doing pomegranates right now, and she also does grapes as well. So somebody else is trying to do some good stuff. And if Ron, if you could throw her information up there for me, I would appreciate that, so that I can give her a shout out. So, but hold on, give me just 1 second. I'll see if Ron throws that up there. American Patriot. I know who. I think. Ed, is there a fee to join your group? I have plumbing experience. American Patriot, if you would like more information about my group, you can shoot me an email at preppernurse1@yahoo.com. Give me your phone number, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you about that. All right. Let's see. Did he throw that up there yet? No problem, man. No problem. I'm waiting to see. Oh, Happy Trader is the lady's name, guys. So she is on eBay. Thank you for that information. The name is Happy Trader. Go check her out. Right now she's doing pomegranates, and then come fall she's going to be doing grapes again. So she's going to be sending those out to me because Ron's helping out with that, facilitating that. So thank you, Happy Trader, and thank you, Ron, for taking care of that. It's Ron Foster again, guys. One more quick plug. New book out here that he just sent me. Well, I don't know if it's a new one out. Let's see. Let me see what the copyright date is on here. Oh, 2016. So it's not a new book, but it's one of his books. So I believe he has 89 published books so far. And so definitely check him out. Some good reading. You'll probably pick up some tips and information off of that as well. Oh, yeah. Let me hold on. Let me grab Heather and tell her to bring Stella. Give me 1 second because I think. So, all right. I just shot Heather a text and we can do that from there. All right. So before we do the egg count, real quick, I just want to talk about um, my website, preppernurse1.com. We have the Preppernurse One community there, which is a resource that we set up for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. Free to join. Does not cost anything. You do have to register, but no credit card information is asked. So definitely take advantage of that. Also, once you're in, check out the message boards and also check out the people in your state or your area. It's a nice way to connect with like-minded people. Also, we have the Forefathers on my website, which is the CBD store. Definitely take advantage of them too. CBD products are a great thing to have now and in a post event. So definitely check that out as well. It is, if you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you will see their logo, the Forefathers. You click on that, it will take you to their website. If you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase, you can save 15% by using the discount code PrepperNurse1, and that's the number one. All right. Last but not least, we have the Legacy Freeze Dried Foods. So definitely take advantage of that as well. You go into my website, preparedness1.com, click on store, it drops down, you'll see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. 25-year shelf life, GMO free, gluten options available, and it's a definitely a good thing to have. There are beef and chicken options separately because it is also vegetarian, but largest portion size of any of the other freeze dried food companies. So take advantage of that. Good thing to have in your long term preps. And I will show you. I have them in my preps as well. I do believe in the company. It's another good company, another American company based out of Utah. All right. So, egg count time. What we are going to do. How many eggs today? And yes or no, did thick neck lay today? So, give you guys a moment to get your guesses, and we will go from there. So, I'll give you a moment, and we will let you know what the egg count was. Again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, guys, please do that to show support. We got 886 in the chat. We're at 530 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot one yet, please do so to show support for the channel, and thank you ahead of time. Also, it really does help with the algorithms as well, and I do appreciate it for that reason as well. And it really makes a difference with that. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you ahead of time. All right. So if you had the same exact guess as Janet Nice with 8 eggs and no thick neck egg today, she did lay yesterday. So that was, I think she laid, Bex, or I think Heather said she laid yesterday. So yeah, she laid yesterday. So, but, yep. So today was 8 eggs. So they're doing fine. They're doing fine. But so they keep doing their thing. I was happy to see the chickens. We actually went out today and we got them a new watering dish as well. Because I was like, the one that we had bought before was just not cutting it. So it's basically like a big um it's a big one that's got the whole front is open so they can just go in and get water and stuff. So they're fun chickens. They're fun chickens. Probably the friendliest chickens of the group is red and thick neck. Those are my two favorite chickens. I gotta be honest, they are my favorite chickens. So but anyway, let's go back and talk a little bit more about the topic, okay, guys? Things are falling apart. They know their things are falling apart. They're doing everything that they possibly can do. Um, and what is the most eggs you had in a day? I think it was 14, Lori. 14 out of 16 hens at the time. Yeah. So I think that's I had I think I had yeah, I think I had 16 hens and we ended up with 14 eggs. I think was the most that we ever had in one day. Now we've already had a day this year where we had 13. So, but a lot of things that are happening. It's hard to think that this government that we have in charge right now could be that incompetent to not having it being done on purpose. It just doesn't make any sense. How do we go? How do we go in from, well, you figure 2.5 years. Let's figure 2.5 years when the whole thing started. The economy was booming. Everything was great. Things were going well. People were making decent money. Unemployment numbers were at record lows. Record lows for people of color as well, right? And then all of a sudden, this event happens, and we all know what that event was. And they shut down the entire economy, destroyed people's jobs, their livelihoods, their businesses. And so then all of a sudden, when it came into the election cycle, oh my God, things are so bad because of the orange man. The orange man is bad. It's all his fault, right? And then not you guys in the chat here, of course, but Then the clown got elected, and it has been a downward spiral ever since then. We are a laughing stock on the world stage. Um, Senile man bad. Yeah. The other man said mean tweets and hurt my feelings. But gas was cheap. Unbelievable. Yeah. And up in Canada, you guys got a clown up in Canada as well. Um, yeah, it blows me away. It blows me away. And I've been told this personally, by a dear friend of mine who I will not mention names at the moment, but his name starts with an S and ends with an E, and it's Steve. He basically said when we were coming up on the election, I'll never forget this, anybody but Trump. And I'm like, really? It, the galvanization of hatred was that strong, um, you know, for some people. And he felt the way about Trump that I felt the way I felt about Hillary Clinton. So I guess that's, thank God she never got elected. Oh my God, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh, scary. But so our country's going down a toilet. Things are getting progressively worse. They will continue, in my opinion, to get progressively worse. The stock market crashing would not surprise me. I had people ask me quite a while ago, if I have money in the stock market's doing great. What should I do? And if you guys remember, I said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You can't. It's never going to go up forever. It's going to be cycles. Now, if you're young, if you're 25 years old and you got money in the stock market, if you leave it alone and just don't pay attention to it, it'll come back in time. Now, the market has been going down for a while now. What do we peak out at, like 35,000, I believe, and now we're already down to 31. Almost 1,200 points today alone. Now, some of you may say, doesn't make any difference to me. I don't have any money in the stock market. An example would be Target. I think Target was down. I believe they lost 27% today. 27% because the first quarter expectations of the company were lower than analysts had predicted. Wow, what a shock, right? I know it's surprising that people aren't out there spending all kinds of money because everything else has gone up and they've had to make decisions. Do I do this or do I buy fuel for my vehicle, buy propane or kerosene or whatever heating fuel for my home? Oh yeah, and then everything else is going up anyway. So people are cutting corners. They're doing what they have to do. I believe we need a Steve and Ed podcast because I'd love to see Ed's ideas challenged. Oh, you know what? And that would be interesting. I don't think he would ever do that, to be honest with you, because he doesn't want to be on camera. I would love to sit down because me and him, we go at it. We will have, I mean, I love this guy. I've known him for better than 20 years and we're really, really good friends. We just have completely different views on that type of stuff. So, what is your favorite 70s band? I can't just name one. JD, it's a great question, and I appreciate the question. There was so many great bands in the 70s that I couldn't just say this was my favorite band. Um, you know, yeah, I just there was so many. And the thing is too, what genre of music? Country, jazz, bluegrass, hard rock, pop music. I listen to a little bit of everything, a little bit of everything. So I can't just sit here and say, oh yeah, this was it. This was who I liked the best. Now I loved Ozzy growing up. I listened to a lot of Ozzy, but I also liked Kenny Rogers. I also liked Devo. So I mean, those are three completely different genres of music. So. But I like all kinds of music. So okay, I will tell you this, my all-time favorite song of all times, and somebody says I like Nazareth. Okay, so I got to tell you, Love Hurts by Nazareth is my all-time favorite song. Ask me why, I have no idea. That song always resonated with me. And yeah, so but yeah, Dr. Hook and the Medicine Band. Yep. They were really good band as well. A lot of great bands out there, guys. I mean, you go the Eagles. I mean, back then they were awesome. The Moody Blues. There's so many different bands that were just fantastic. You know, you look back at Motown and the amount of awesome music that came out of Motown. You know, great bands. So, but anyway, so yeah, I could never just pick one. That would not be fair. So, but anyway, everybody's putting up their bands now. That's funny. Sounds like it's raining outside at the moment. Well, you still keep your records? I haven't had those records. Yeah, Crazy Train. That was the album that I had. No, no, no. I was was it Blizzard of Oz was the album. Crazy Train was on that album. But yeah, Blizzard of Oz was the album. So I got to tell you, so I had Devo with like the album that came out with Whip It, Whip It Good, and they all had the flower pots on their head. Yeah, crazy. AC/DC was awesome, absolutely. But you know, yeah, it's like I said, and then I had it was Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits. At my When I married my second wife, one of the songs that we danced to, I had the DJ, he had to look it up to find it. I just stopped in to see what condition my condition was in. That was by Kenny's Rogers band when he was with the New Edition. So that's how old that song is. And probably some of you are like, what? Look it up. Kenny Rogers was with the New Edition was the band that he was in. He was the lead singer then for them as well. And the song was "I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in," and I like that song, so I had them play that at my wedding. So anyhow, so too funny. So what are we at, guys? We got 808 in the chat. We're at 595. What number should we put on here? So we're almost at 600. Let's go for 800 today. So we got more than 20 minutes. Let's shoot for 800 for a number. Let's see how many thumbs up we can get. Let's see if we can get that. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, um, the shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel. Again, I do appreciate that. Yep, the first edition. Yep. Or did I say the new edition? The first edition. I'm sorry. But also, again, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have for the channel, it pushes us up higher in the rankings. So I thank you for that reason as well. Uh, and again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell icon to see all notifications as well. Like I think I told you, probably the greatest concert that I ever saw. And back in the day, I went to a ton of concerts. It was a concert I didn't even want to go to. My cousin, I think I may have told you guys this story. My cousin calls me up, and a date blew him off at the last minute. He said, "I have tickets for this concert. Will you go with me?" And he told me who it was, and I was like, "Oh my God, I don't want to go to that concert." He's like, "Please, man, please, I don't want to go alone." He goes, "I want to go to the concert," and I'm like, "All right, I'll go with you." And again, it was one of the greatest concerts that I've ever seen. It was him on a small circular stage, just him. It slowly revolved around, and it was John Denver. And it was an absolutely fantastic concert. Um, there was people literally sitting 15 feet from him on the floor. And then we were up like in the first risers. That's where we were at. And it was an amazing concert. He was a very, very good, entertainer. So, but to have that confidence to just be you and your guitar, amazing, amazing. It was amazing concert. So, but and I've been to Metallica. I love Metallica back in the day. So, but yeah. So again, and John Denver, different genre of music, more folky, bluesy type of music. Yeah, Country Road, Take Me Home, absolutely. So, but I saw Elton John in the early '70s. I bet he would be a good concert. Don McLean, yes, absolutely. I think that would be an awesome one as well. Yeah. So no, there's Cat Stevens, guys. Cat Stevens, fantastic songs as well. All right, so JJ's putting the links up, guys, for Heather's Etsy account. If you would like to support her, what did she not write me back here? What is she doing? I don't know if she's going to come in or not. So, but all right, so let's do this. Let's do some shout outs for some other channels, and I appreciate that ahead of time. Again, we will start off with Icky Can, and he is up in Canada. He's a good friend of mine, so let's show him some support. North Shore Preparedness, also in Canada, is another good guy. Neil Diamond, yes, love his voice as well. Great voice. We also have Sean James with the Sean James channel and My Self Reliance, also up in Canada. We have Marfugal News out on the West Coast with Adam and Dax. Bizriz Jizza. There is 80K Man. Angry Prepper down in New York City. We have Prepper Nation. There is Green Greg's. Southern Prepper 1. Pinball Preparedness. Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. The Green Dream Project. Mary Greeley News. And you have Adapt 2030. Simple Life Reclaimed, absolutely another good channel. The Needy Homesteader. You have Corporal's Corner and Bjorn Hansen. Lisa Haven. You have Survival Lily. There is Prepper Princess out there as well. You have Bush Radical and Girl in the Woods, husband and wife, two great channels as well. Doug and Stacy is another good channel. Uh, Deep South Homestead is another one. You have Wrangle Star, like him, Boss of the Swamp. Alaskan Prepper is awesome. Rudy is amazing. Good dude. Alaskan Granny as well. There is Autumn's Backyard Garden. Any gardening stuff, guys, definitely people that know how to garden, pay attention to those ones, okay? Definitely pay attention to those ones. Kyle's Cabin up in Minnesota. Him and Sierra doing their thing up there. Really good channel as well. What else? Who am I not thinking of? There's always somebody. One day, again, I will write all these down. Ryan Hall, y'all. You have Bushcraft Bear in the Canary Islands. New York Prepper. There's City Prepper. Uh, you know, I know I got to make the list. Red Poppy Ranch. Yep, they're a good channel as well. Very good channel as well. So, but yeah, there's so many good channels out there. There's a lot of good information. Oh, Magic Prepper in North Dakota. So there's and Gray Man Prepping also. There's another one. I already said pinball. So, but again, there's a lot of great channels out there with a lot of good information. East Tennessee Preparedness, Bear Independent. Yep. So somebody says Red Rose Homestead. I have not seen that one before, so I don't know. But Ice Age Farmer, Adapt 2030. Their Suspicious Observer is another one. So a lot of good information, a lot of good channels out there. And again, I think that we should all be, supporting each other. And I think that that is a good thing. So that's going to do it for the shout outs for tonight. And if I forgot somebody, I do apologize, but that happens. So, um, so we're at 670 now. So we need another 130 thumbs up to hit our goal of 800 for tonight. Why are so many 70s rock singers, or why are so many dying? Because they're old, JD. Because they're old. The Judds, yeah, she just killed herself. 76 years old. How sad is that? Um, but it's, depression is a very, very serious thing. And unfortunately, it really does, you know, when did I move? Well, I'm not 100% down in West Virginia yet, but I bought the property last year. Where have you been? We've been talking about this. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. We bought the property last year. Took the camper down there last November, and then starting in April or March. I think it went down in March. I've been going down there and working on things, and we will continue to work on things. The property in New York is up for sale, so if somebody ends up buying the property, they're going to get a nice garden along with it. Because today, like I said again, we went to one of the local nurseries and bought some plants that we are getting planted, and so it's you guys. You look at Aerosmith, okay? I grew up watching Aerosmith. Those dudes are all in their 70s. You look at the Rolling Stones. They're all in their 70s. The drummer just died. I mean, it happens. I mean, it's. I had a lady that a friend of mine bought a house, and it was his realtor. Nice lady, and she was in her 30s, I think. She got married, and I think her husband may have been in his 40s, I think. And I just Keith Richards fought in the Civil War. How is Keith Richards still alive? How do you do that many drugs and not, I sent you an email. I need your perspective on something. Okay. All right. I will check that out. I will try to get back to you. If you shot me your phone number, that's probably the easiest way. So Boone's Farm. Oh my God. I could tell you guys some stories about Boone's Farms. He preserved himself with all the drugs. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know how he's still alive. Yeah, he and Cher will outlive us all. Yeah. How does Cher in her 70s? Well, plastic surgery is a fantastic thing. But, anyway, too funny. Too funny. But many drunken adventures with Boone's Farms. Yeah. Yeah. Very funny. Yeah, Willie Nelson. Yeah, he just keeps rocking along. But, yeah, like the Charlie Daniels band, I love them. I thought they were a great band. Alabama. Oh my God, that band back in the 80s, they were it, man. They were the country band in that time frame. So so we're at 7:04, so we need another 90 95 to go. Not bad. You guys are jacking it up there. So if you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, please do so. We'll keep that rocking. We'll try to get that up to 800 before we get off here. All right, so we're just we're just like flapping away. There's a lot of concerns out there, guys. And we're talking bans. We're not talking about the topic at all. So, um, a lot of concerns. I will highly encourage you all to continue to prep, continue to get ready. I do not know how much time we have. There is no idea. I don't make those predictions. I hope we get a lot of time, to be honest with you. But when you see things going the way that they're going now, it's scary. And there's a lot of concerns. The Oak Ridge boys, oh my God, yeah, yep. So, it take care of what you can take care of. Prepare the best way that you possibly can. Um, you know, focus on that. Focus on not being victims. I think that's really uh, important. I really do. Dolly Parton got voted into the Rock and Roll Hall. How is she rock and roll? Dolly Parton is not rock and roll. Now, Country Hall of Fame, I would say absolutely. But Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Dolly Parton's not rock and roll. Yeah, all those guys, I'm going to tell you what, unfortunately, a lot of those, like the Hall of Fames, a lot of those, it's all political. Because there are people that are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that should be. And there's people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that should not be there. So, but yeah. Anyway, I digress. But control what you can control, continue to prep, continue to get ready. We do not know how much time we're going to have. When it comes down and when it happens, we are all going to be like, oh crap, I can't believe it's actually here. It actually happened. That's reality. Excuse me. And it's just scary, to be honest with you. Scary to think about. It's easy to be afraid all the time, but that doesn't solve anything. You still have to live your lives. I would encourage you. to live your lives and do that and do what you got to take care of. But not you know, don't let it consume you. I think that's probably the best word. Prep, get ready, do what you got to do, but still live your life, still do what you want to do, still have fun, try to laugh. I try to laugh as much as I possibly can because it's better that way. You know what I mean? It's just better that way. So what are we at? 7:31. So we need 69 more thumbs up to go here, guys. Let's hit that goal of 800. Let's rock that out. So again, and it really does make a difference with the algorithms. So I thank you for that reason as well. So am I going to be like the? Am I going to do like the auctioneer again? Or it's 736, 736. I see now. I see 738, 38, 38. Can we get it to 40? 740, 740. Let's go for 780. We want 800. Who wants to get 800? I guess I wouldn't make a good auctioneer, but oh, Susie Quattro. Yeah, I like Susie Quattro as well. So there's no cats in here. Have? No, she's over next door. Sorry. Well, you can water bath tomatoes with no meat. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely you can. So yeah, Santana, he's really good too, very talented. I liked Prince too, guys. I thought Prince was absolutely awesome. Wonderful entertainer. And okay, and as much of a weirdo as he was still the king of pop, Michael Jackson. You want to talk about an entertainer? Unbelievable entertainer. So a weirdo, not gonna lie, a weirdo, but that's all right. Let's do this right now. Let's do We Are Legion because we are many. Let's keep those thumbs up coming. We're down to 42 away from 800. Um, so everybody was a big fan of Elvis. I never liked Elvis. I don't know why. I never understood the attraction to Elvis. Just my own thing. So, but anyway, we are Legion because we are many. We are all over the world. We're all over the country. Where is everybody from tonight? So, what do we got here? Franklin County, Ohio, Pleasant Plains, Ohio, Alabama, Roll Tide, Lakeland, Florida, Somerset, Pennsylvania, BC, Canada. We got Mississippi, Western New York, Leesburg, Florida, Nowhere, Oklahoma. We got West Virginia's in the house, Bluefield, West Virginia as well, North Highlands of California, Baltimore, Maryland, Littleton, New Hampshire, Ulster Park, New York, uh, Indiana, Sharpsburg, Georgia, Frankfort, Illinois, Addison, Illinois, Black Mountains of North Carolina, Houston, a rich weirdo. Yeah, he was. Puerto Rico, Sherry with Alabama Roll Tide, absolutely. Beech Grove, Indiana. We have Frankfort, Illinois, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Kansas, Sanda Park, New Mexico, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Beech Grove, Indiana, Christopher Cross. Yeah, I like Christopher Cross too. Houston, Texas, Brooklyn, New York, Waterloo, New York, uh, Coverdale, Indiana, Western Kentucky. We have West Tennessee, Lafayette, Indiana, uh, Cherokee Nation in Oklahoma. Awesome. Fairfield, Iowa, Union City, Pennsylvania. Have you bringing a kitty in here for these folks? Rochester, New York is in the house. Just down the road from me now, being back in New York. Lived in Rochester for years. Let's see. Sharpsville Springs, New York. Northwest Ohio. Hybe, Missouri. Seneca, Wisconsin. I don't know if she's in here. I don't see her. Let's see. North Central Florida's in the house. We got Minnesota's in the house. All right. Here we come. All right, guys. We need thumbs up now. We're 31 away, and there's hella. Oh, so now Max comes in. Come here.
My room.
Come here, Miss. Well, because he's mad at me still because I've been gone.
Oh goodness.
Oh. All right. I will hold Mr. Orange and you hold Mrs. Black.
I don't know if you can even see her
You
really.
probably can't even see her too
There's
well.
her head.
There's Mr. Max. Max is still my boy. He's mad though. He didn't sleep with me last night.
Yeah, he's been sleeping with me for the past couple weeks.
He's like, "You've been gone." I'm back. Well, for a week. Yeah. He's a good cat though.
And for those who ask about the kitty hats, I make them to order. So there's a little option there that I can make them in pretty much any color that's not going away anytime soon. So they should not be out
JJ
of stock.
JJ just threw up the link too for Heather's Etsy account. Thank you, JJ, for doing that. So,
Is that him making a noise?
was it him?
What's he growling for?
He's not growling.
I thought he was.
No, he wasn't growling.
Oh,
So,
look at the pretty girl. You should turn her on.
I will. Hold on. We'll put Max back up here too. So, real quick. Now you can see her. Oh, you just got Ella going.
So sorry that I did not see your text a half an hour ago.
I know. I'm like, people were like, we need cats.
Well, I was bringing watermelon over, and then Becky and I got talking. You know how it goes.
And there's little Miss Pandora down here. Hold on, I'll show you guys. Here she is. She's like, what about me? So, anyhow, that is that. Let's list more groups from the 70s. There's a lot of people putting stuff out there, which is like I said, it was 70s and the 80s, guys, was to me the best music, especially like the 70s had some fantastic bands, and the 90s some, but the music definitely got worse as we went on.
Depends on where you look.
Well,
I got my shirt from my favorite band on the other week. I went to that concert, and that was amazing.
Gordon Lightfoot, yeah, that's another good band. Yep. Bo Diddley, yep. Oh God, I'm trying to think of the guy's name. Real baritone voice. Um, I'm trying to think of the name of the song.
Oh, Jim Croce, that's good. You're talking about We're Gonna Give You Up. That one, Rick Astley.
What's that? No, I'm not talking about Rick Astley. It was a black dude way back. Um, Wonderful World. Who sang that, guys? I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Oh, love Pink Floyd too, by the way. Yes.
Oh, my favorite band is Dance Gavin Dance. They are not really a band for most people. They kind of do more of the screamo stuff. But
Barry White was awesome as well. I loved Barry White as well. But Fats Domino, no, was it? No, it wasn't Fats Domino, was it? Louis Armstrong. There you go. That's who it was. Yep. I love that song. I thought that song was absolutely awesome. So. All right, so really quickly, guys, what are we at? 788. We need 12 more to hit our goal of 800. I know you guys can blow past that. So again, if you have not shot that thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel. Bread was a great band as well, yes. Uh, Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So thank you for that ahead of time as well. Again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get Chuck Berry, like Chuck Berry. You know who I also like too was James Brown. You couldn't understand a word James Brown said, but boy, he had some enthusiasm.
we're at 800.
Oh, yeah, we hit 800. Awesome. All right, I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. You guys are amazing, so I thank you for that as well.
Thank you, Awesome Sauce 753, for saying that cat hats are a cool idea. My grandma gave me the idea, really. So kudos to her.
Got to give great grandma the shout out.
Yeah. Make them.
Right.
They make chicken hats. I don't know about that.
So, but who was I thinking? I was thinking of some. There was another band that I liked. God. So, like I said, there's so much good music. But anyway, Alison Krauss in Union Station. Absolutely love her voice. Amazing, amazing.
Of how many eggs today? Someone said they missed
Oh,
it.
they missed it. We had 8 eggs today and no thick neck today. So,
But she did lay 2 days in a row.
so. Anyway, we are all in this together, folks. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we will be in much, much better shape. Love Tom Petty as well. Yes, I agree with you on that one.
Even if Becky thinks he's whining.
Yeah, she didn't like him. I always liked him though. Nat King Cole, yep, he had a great voice too. ELO, love ELO, absolutely love ELO. Eddie Rabbit, another one. You guys are coming up with great bands here. We're just sitting there, just we could do a whole stream on good bands that we grew up with. But anyway, again, remember, guys, also to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important to tell the people that we care about every day. So Dwight Yoakam, I love Dwight Yoakam.
It's funny, it's the second time we've seen it today.
That's right, and it was we were me and Heather were talking about it. I says, but I will always now, forever and ever, picture him as Doyle in Sling Blade. And he did such a good job with that character that you hated that character. But I like Dwight Yoakam, but that character, you hated that character in Swing Blade.
Oh yeah, System of a Down. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, System of the Down, love them too. Yep. So, all right, guys. Again, last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you were trying to do. Rage Against the Machine, love them too. Yep. Who was the other one that killed himself? What was that band?
Audio Slave.
Well, it was Audio Slave, but he
was it Linkin Park?
Linkin Park. Love Linkin Park. Audio Slave, but then he was in the other band before Audio Slave. He did both. God, Black Hole Sun. That song, Black Hole Sun.
I know the song. I can't remember who.
Yeah. Kurt Cobain. Yes, they were awesome as well. Listen to them quite a bit. I used to back in the day smoke a little bit of the herbage and Soundgarden. Yes.
The herbage.
A little bit of the herbage and listen to a lot of Nirvana. So, anyway, guys. Yep, you got somebody said Soundgarden. Anyway, guys, you guys are awesome. I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a good one. Please be safe. Continue to prep. Continue to get ready. Love Pink Floyd too. It's one of my favorite bands as well. I have so many. America, absolutely. We listen to them a lot. Love them as well. Like I said, so many good bands back in the day. Stevie Wonder, yes. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say goodbye too.
All right. And I even like the Beatles. I hate to admit it, but yes, I did like the Beatles as well.
And Yoko Ono.
No, not Yoko Ono. Okay, so here's the joke, guys. Okay, please do not be offended by this. But here was a joke back in the day. I said I was really, really pissed at Mark David Chapman when he shot John Lennon back in the day, because he still had 3 more bullets in the gun. He could have all done us the favor in the service of taking out Yoko Ono as well, one of the worst singers of all time. Now, please do not think that I wish anybody to be dead, because I don't. It's a joke. Okay? So, not a fan of Yoko Ono, though. So, anyway, so I hope you guys are doing great. I will see you all later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now. Oh, Steelers Wheel. Steelers Wheel was another one too. Stuck in the middle with you. All right. I'll see. Yoko blows. Probably pretty good because she had like one of the biggest superstars. So, all right. I'll see you later. Have a good night.